Oh no, solos, and welcome back to another stream video. It's a video, okay? Alright, I decided to make a video today, so I'm gonna be doing that. Now, I was thinking of MTG Top 10, but then I decided, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna do an anime style of video. And no, I'm not making an actual anime. I am talking about the top 10 anime I like. So, and I'm just gonna be going kind of into depth of them, but I'll try to move this along as fast as I possibly can. As you can clearly see by, you know, me being a VTuber, I am into anime, so... And I kind of wanted to do a video of this for a long time, but it was hard to sort out the goods, if you know what I mean. But these 10, I kind of like these in particular, and I would watch again, so I considered basically these top 10 to be like what I would watch again and what I would watch on a daily basis. Now I'm gonna include maybe some that I really can't, but I maybe could in the future, but I don't know, we'll just go into the list. Alright, so at number 10, and it's gonna be an old anime, it's Azumanga Daiyou. So, if people don't know what Azumanga Daiyou is, it is a anime like, kind of like Lucky Star, and it's just a schoolgirl anime, so like it's at school, and I don't necessarily know what you call those, but I just call it school life. And, it's particularly my favorite school life anime, besides the next one we're going to be talking about. But I don't know, I particularly like this one because it is more in depth of like character development, and I just like the character Misukaki in it because she is just, oh my gosh, if I was kind of like a character, that would kind of be me, but not maybe like liking cats. But I don't know, I mean, I'm not that obsessed with cats, but I guess she is. But I'm that type of person that's kind of shy, and you know, and I just don't, you know, I'm like kind of the wallflower. So I'm kind of like Misukaki in a way, and I can kind of relate to her, and that's why I kind of like this anime, and that's why it's at number 10. But if you want to see like some like good ass school life anime, watch this. It's really good. Alright, and then we're going to move on to number 9. Now, number 9 may upset some people. I've heard mixed reviews about this anime, but I'm putting Uzakichan Wants to Hang Out at number 9. I know, shocker. So, I don't know what to say about this. There's only just the comedy aspect of it. And I'm a sucker for teaser animes. So I liked it. And all the hype built around it was kind of worth it. I just wanted to see the reactions and stuff, and it was worth it. I mean, I liked the anime and how it flowed, and it kind of gave off this kind of like kind of like friend to friend kind of buddy thing, and it's just an interesting concept to make an anime about trying to get a person out of their room, and you know, in a very, you know, fan servicey and kind of weird way. So this anime is kind of perfect for that. So I know sometimes I want to get out somewhere, but I don't have anyone to come out. But if you have a friend, you know, like this, I mean, you're bound to just hang out. And that's kind of what the title of this anime, you know, symbolizes. People don't think that this anime is good because, you know, it's just, you know, not a good like role model. Like, granted, I probably do not like Uzaki-chan, like most people do, because I just don't think the character is that attractive, honestly, and I don't see the hype around it. But you know, her faces make it iconic, so I can see why some people might like it. But yeah, let's move on to number 8, and it's another old anime. Because I don't know, I like some old animes, bear with me. It's Nagasari, I can't even pronounce it, Nagasari Arenado. And people may have not heard about this, but I actually love this anime. Now granted, this is going to get kind of controversial, but hear me out, okay? So it's about a boy that basically got stranded, so he got in a boat crash, and he landed on an island filled with only girls. Okay, you can all start unsubscribing now. Yes, you're right. Just all girls island. So the whole premise of the anime is to basically try to get off the island, but in the meantime, hang out with the village people, or the women. And he tries to get off the island many times. I like the episode where he actually went into like a geyser volcano. I don't even know what it was. And to see, like Suzu, is probably like the best character in that anime, because she was kind of like that chick who basically wasn't like obsessed with the guy, just kind of like curious. So yeah, that's why I like that. It's a good anime to watch though if you liked like survival type of anime, but it's more like harem style because it gets into that a little bit. But you'll probably still like it. It's a fine anime. It's probably hard to find though, but you can find it on VRV. So, not sponsored by the way. All right, and then let's move on to like an ONA, like something you find on Netflix. And you guys guessed it. It is BNA. Oh yes, brand new animal. So this anime was interesting. When I watched it, I actually had to watch it again to kind of understand like why people liked it. I kind of at the first part like I was like not getting it, but then I realized like there was like an actual story to this. I was kind of just amazed of like the animation and stuff. It was really really nice. And of course I think that I like the character. I like the main character. I forgot her name though already. That's kind of embarrassing, but I just remember the anime for just being good with the visuals. I like the episode where they played against was it like a baseball team, like over baseball? the flamingo stuff. Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. And this anime is great only because of the art around it. And these 12 episodes may be a short anime. It felt really short to me, but it was good. It was a good package to take in, and I actually fairly enjoyed it. So I mean, maybe you'll enjoy it too. It's not for everyone, but I actually enjoyed it really really much. So highly recommend you take a look at it because it's just really really good. I mean, a lot of reviews say so. So it's just funny how I forget the fucking character. I think this is like the only anime I kind of forget the character. Oh no, it doesn't really show it anyways. So alright, and now we're gonna move on to our what is it even on this? We're gonna move on to the next one, which is the Helpful Fox Senko-san. Oh yes. So this is number 6. And this anime came out of nowhere. I only found out about it from people posting memes on it. So I was really curious of what this anime was. And to my surprise, it was actually really, really comforting. I actually rewatched it too. Like I rewatched it a couple of times, and it's just amazing how good the art is and how good like the voice actors are. It's just so amazing. I did like Sora, like the main priestess, but Senko-san was kind of the package of that. But overall, this anime is supposed to teach you that you shouldn't be stressed in life, and you kind of have to worry about, like, not worry about anything. It's kind of what Senko-san is all about. So, I mean, for her being like a demigod, because she's, perceived as that, it's really relaxing to watch an anime that's just about alleviating stress, and that's what this anime kind of teaches. And even though some people think of it as romantic between this fellow and Senko-san, I don't really see it as that. I really just see it as another, lesson to show, like, hey, maybe you should, like, get better sleep, or maybe you should, you know, relax a bit, not clean after yourself, you know. If you had another person like that, it's just really good. It also kind of teaches you some relationship tactics, but I only got from how to relieve stress, so I don't know. The same with this. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It have some fan service moments, but honestly, it's just heartwarming. All right, and let's move on to the top 5. And number 5 is Tora Dora, as some people like to pronounce it, Tora Dora. So this anime is interesting, and it is actually a romance anime, and I do like some romance in there. So, but this romance anime is another school life anime, kind of, but it's more romance, and it's about Taiga. Yes, Taiga, that's her name. I can't forget it. So Taiga is like kind of the main like protagonist of the story, and her faces, oh my gosh, are just iconic. And the reason I kind of like this anime is because of, like, you know, the dynamics, and it's interesting takes on like school life and controversy and all that other stuff. But the romance is really good in this, and that's why I kind of like this anime, because it kind of showed me how you're supposed to do it, you know, and not like rush things or like have jealousy to certain things, and, you know, just be open to it. And I felt like the guy in this anime, you know, really showed that. You know, in particular, it's just another like romance anime, people will say, but it's something more than that. And there's a lot of dynamics between the characters and a lot of tension here or there. It gets really interesting. I like the part where they were near the avalanche scene. But you kind of have to watch the anime yourself. It's really interesting, the controversies they get into. And this anime has a lot of them. I mean, some lies here or there. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just really interesting to watch. It's romantic, and it has a lot of like build up with every scene, which is amazing. So highly recommend you watch this if you know, like that sort of thing. Alright, let's get more onto action on number 4, and it's Cells at Work. Yes, and I love this anime so much. And it's probably my favorite action anime. Because I don't actually like action anime. I feel like they always put attention into the action, which I never liked. You know, I always thought it was kind of mundane and kind of not how anime should be, you know, but, you know, sometimes action can be good, and I think Cells at Work does a great job at that. It mixes in, you know, slice of life and action, you know, and it does it really well. I like that type of pacing with action anime, and I wish more action anime would do that. But people just care about the fight scenes. Some people like fight scenes, like Dragon Ball. Look at Dragon Ball Z. I really like the educational values this anime had to offer in describing, you know, what cells attacked, because there was white blood cell, red blood cell, and of course the fan servicey type of blood cell platelets, yes, and they're lolis. Of course, this is just for the fan service though, but overall I actually fairly like the action element of it, because it was just a different style of like action where it wasn't like serious, but it was serious at the same time. Like, so like once you get onto the more hardcore stuff like cancer and I think there was one where the parasite, it was crazy, and they all had the scientific names. You should watch it yourself. You can learn a decent bit about the human body, but I wouldn't rely on it for everything. Just rely on it for good action and good loli. And that's it. And now we're going to move on to number 3, which, yes, people are going to like this anime. It's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. And this is actually when I actually started really getting into anime. This is the anime I watched beforehand. So, like, I quit watching anime when I was watching, like, the old ass anime like Sonic X and, like, Lucky Star. You know, I wasn't really getting the feel into it. But once I started getting the feel, I watched Miss Kobayashi's anime, so I automatically fell in love with it because of the character design. Um, it was just a different take on, like, character design and everything else. Like, the eyes were bigger, they were dragon maids, they had maid outfits, they had different styles. It was amazing. Like, this completely blew my mind that a concept like this even existed. And I really got into it when it was in the end of the season. It got more deep into like Toru's parents and stuff, so like that really got me on edge. But people like Kana, of course. Of course, people are gonna like Kana. Kana's like kind of the what started the "Don't Loot the Dragon Loli" type of movement, and besides like other there is some fan servicey things in this anime, so it's not for everyone, but I actually really liked and focused on the relationship between Toru and Kobayashi. It was really cute to see like kind of like a little mini romance between them. But I think Toru only does it for appreciation because, you know, after all, Kobayashi did save Toru from death, pretty much, because she was impaled with the sword. So, but it's still really good. It's a good slice of life, and I definitely recommend anyone watching this. Like, it's a classic. It's up there with iconic. So, definitely go watch it. And in number 2, we have Love, Chibio, and Other Delusions. People may not know about this anime, but I do, from Netflix. I actually watched this on Netflix. When I was kind of in the quarantine zone. And it was the first anime I watched, and I actually, like, loved it. I thought it was going to be my favorite anime, but there were some moments here or there I was like, it can't be my favorite. It's not there yet. But I will admit, it did make me cry at one scene in particular, and it was near the end, of course. So it's just about, like, it's another romance anime. It's about Rika and Yuta. Who can ever forget that? And people think this is, like, the strongest couple of all time in anime. But there's a lot more, trust me. But it was a really strong couple. I mean, I really loved it. Just what Rika did is kind of make, like, the slice of life a little bit more meaningful, and it was more easy to watch because most of the anime was trying to explain kind of the Chibio aspect of life, and it has like a deeper meaning of like imagination. It really teaches you that sometimes being in life and being in this kind of imagination type of thing doesn't make you an outsider. You know, it makes you included into the group, which I really liked how they portrayed the delusion of these characters. So that was really good. Yuta was kind of my favorite character, and for a lot of reasons. Because, like, honestly, because he was kind of like used to be that type of person, but then he normalized and stuff, and he, you know, figured out what normal life really is. So, like, I can get that. In society, you just have to just be normal, and you gotta be weird in your private life, you know, and that's what he kind of did. And I really like how they kind of shined a light on his past and to his future. So, again, if you a good anime, if you like some like kind of good quality slice of life and romance, of course, it's really good with that. And not really like comedic, but it had its comedic charm. It was just mostly a very deep, meaningful anime. So yeah, And before we move on to my favorite anime, I just want to give like a quick shout out to some anime I've watched before and I'm currently watching. Of course, I'm watching Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, so that I'm watching that currently. I'm also watching Owatatan, An Angel Flew Down for Me. It's a moe. I'm getting into moe anime, so I'm starting to watch that. And then we got Tonikawa. It's a romantic anime. This is mostly about like couples though. It's not just like girlfriend and boyfriend. No, they actually get married, like even in the first episode. So yeah, if you like just getting into the the cream of the crop, well, this is your anime. And then I'm also watching Euro Yuri. It's a very controversial anime, but I started watching it because I wanted to get into some moe. But I don't know. Like I watch it time to time, and it's kind of good at some points. But it's mostly an anime you just watch leisurely. So I'll keep an eye on for some good moments in this anime. I'm almost done with it though. And at number 1, maybe with no surprise, some people might be surprised, K-On! And I mean, I can talk a lot about why I like K-On! But let's just get to the main focus. Yui, Yui Hirasawa. I mean, who can forget Yui Hirasawa? She did the burger anime meme. I mean, come on. But seriously, Yui. I mean, she was kind of the main character, I thought, but then I slowly came to realize that she was kind of erased from the story. She kind of felt like the one that was kind of left out and just kind of part of the group. So I felt like the whole group was like the main character, but she, felt like it. So the story follows Yui, Ritsu, Mio, and Mugi. And who the fuck names their child Mugi? I'm sorry though, this is supposed to be like Japanese names. I mean, or Mugi, I'm just saying Mugi. You can see how much I love this anime. But, this anime kind of teaches you how to be in a band. It may have a simple concept, but there is some aspects in the show that make it like a slice of life worth watching. For example, like every time they like end their like, I don't know, meetings, or they start their meetings, sometimes they'll have like just some cake and tea. And there'll be like a band called After School Tea Time. It just makes sense because they have tea all the time. And the concepts I got from this were really just like, you just gotta slow your roll sometimes. Like, you gotta just be yourself. And being in a band is not easy, and maybe just being in a band is just there for like just to have fun and maybe not take it so seriously. And that's what I kind of got from this, is just, you don't gotta take everything seriously. You just gotta, live your life how comfortable you want to live it. Like, how comfortable do you want to make it? You want to have a body pillow, or do you want to have a prison bed? I mean, which one are you gonna have? And that's kind of what this anime goes into. It's kind of that lifestyle and stuff. But I really do like the connections between these characters, like the friendship. And it's just amazing. I just like, I think my favorite part in this is honestly Ritsu just being bonked by Mio, and it's just so hilarious. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh, it's just, there's so many good parts in this anime. It's just unbelievable. And that's why this is like my favorite anime of all time. And yeah, there was of course one part that made me cry, and it was near the end of the season, of course. Because I actually missed, hanging out with this type of people. I like shows that, make you feel a part of like a family or like a friendship type of thing. And this kind of, made me feel a part of, the whole group. So, why do you think I like My Little Pony so much? I like the characters because I felt like they were like my friends. Okay, that's kind of weird to say, but true.
And yeah, those are my top 10 animes of all time. But what do you guys think? You guys think I have terrible taste in anime? Or do you guys think, yeah, that sounds like you? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think your favorite animes are? Let me see them. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day or night. We'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye and peace.